Mommy, who would you say is more romantic? You or daddy?
I think it's me.
Okay.
I think it's me. But my husband too. I think it's me.
Hello viewers, welcome again to another exciting episode on Marital Gospel TV, and I'm your host for today. My name is Marital. Today we have a very beautiful guest with us on the show, and she'll be sharing us her honest truth about her marital journey. Let's meet our guest. Welcome, Ma. It's nice to have you on our episode today.
Thank you.
Hello, Ma. Can we meet you?
I am Precious Mokupe Adewumi.
You are very beautiful.
Thank you.
How long have you been married?
24 years ago, I got married.
You've been married for the
I
past
clocked 24 in the month of May.
Wow. You've been married for the past 24 years. How did you and your spouse meet?
We met at Ijebu, the first station you were sent to plant. I went to Ijebu. We call the place Opere. Under Ijebu is local government. We had strike in school and it was about calling it off. I rushed down to the village to go and make some garden. As a student, that's how we got to know.
Okay. So since meeting your spouse back then, how did you transition into marriage?
We kept the communication line on. So he will always check on me by calling. At times when he comes to Lagos, he can ask after me. And then, during that time there was no GSM. So when you write, it will take about 1 month before we get to me and I reply. So we kept it on like that until the real day.
Wow. So it's safe to say you both did distance relationship before getting married.
Exactly.
So how was communication like in terms of, you made mention of sending letters and speak? Did it in any way affect your communication whenever you see each other?
Not really. What we could not write, we stay. Anytime he comes to Lagos, we discuss it.
Wow,
Discuss it.
That's so beautiful. You got married to a pastor. Did you in any way dream about getting married to a pastor, or you had always seen yourself as being a pastor?
No. I'm one of those people that say I can never get married to a pastor. I'm one of those people. But here I am now, enjoying my life. I don't think I can be fulfilled in any way than getting married to a pastor. God has been so faithful.
So how did you navigate parenting in terms of ministry? Ministry has to do with transferring from one station to another. So in terms of changing environment, did it affect you in any way? Or in terms of parenting, how did you cope with children transitioning from one environment to another?
It has never affected me. I'm telling you the gospel truth. It has never. In the sense that I know he's a pastor and I know his mission, his vision. So I don't need to have any problem with that. All I need to do is just to repackage myself in which help me and bringing up our children. I face the children. He didn't have much time, but he always there for us as well. But I face the children. I took charge of them, which God helped us to raise them together to be what they are.
Alright, we're talking about raising the children together. Was there a time that you both had major disagreements in terms of parenting? We come from different backgrounds. We have different opinions and approach to things. Was there a time that there was misunderstanding in raising the children?
Sincerely speaking, there was never a time. Because I've already planned my life. How I want my children to be raised. And thank God he is a man also that has given himself to that. Having a good background, a good parent, godly parent, so it has helped him as well. So we're able to raise them in the way of the Lord, and there was never a time we had to go over whether they're school or how to do it. One thing, when I'm scolding my children, never say anything. You give me the opportunity. And maybe if it's not too good, once we enter, I cannot say, honey, it's too much. That's not what you have done. My children have never seen not having issue, argument over the or even when I know that I want to discipline children, I leave the place. It doesn't beat children. I beat. I beat them. I beat them. But not for, well, at least to put them in order. Anytime he wants to beat, I leave the place. And then that's how we go. So no child was able to hide under any of us. But our voice was one. There's nothing like, okay, oh, sorry, is your daddy? No, our voice was one. So God helped us to raise godly children.
So still on the matter of conflict, was there a time in marriage that you both had misunderstandings or fallout and you felt you got married to the wrong person and you want to opt out of the marriage?
It has never gotten to the extent of opting out of marriage, but normally he's a disciplinarian. He's a disciplinarian to the God. Yes, I cannot say there's never a time I felt like, oh, who have I married to? But because of who he is, he's a disciplinarian in the sense that when he said thing, especially what is right, stand by it. You know, I was pampered that you like to receive sorry, it's okay, and this. And when you are seeing somebody that doesn't know that, you feel like, oh, what kind of man have I married to that cannot say, oh, my baby is sorry. But as time goes on, I got to know that this is who he is. So, and God helped us, we were able to work it out.
In terms of working out things and getting to this 24 years of marriage, was there a time in your early stage of marriage that you felt like, I did not hear God very well? Your conviction, what was that conviction that helped you stay in marriage for the past 24 years?
I think what kept me moving is God made me to know that He's the one I'm getting married to. Or why? Definitely, there's no way you would not want to think somehow, but with the assurance that this is the man that is for me, and I had to allow myself to be tutored by God. So it really helped me. And then, with a good understanding, we are just coming here from different backgrounds. He was raised by another parent, I was raised by my parents. So there is no way. The only way we can work it out is by a good understanding, giving ourselves the room to make mistakes and to correct. And the best way we work it out, we said truly amicably within ourselves. We don't tell our cases to people. We work it out. Anytime there's something of such, we work it out. I have never reported him to his parents, or neither have I reported him to my father. Although I lost my mom when I was very young. I was just 9 years when I lost my mom. But my daddy has never had anything about my husband. Whether it's wrong or he has never. So there was nothing like that. God helped us. We said before we got married or after marriage we discussed it. No third party. So we're able to resolve it. If I'm angry and at the end of the day I'll tell him my mind and say sorry. And like that we're able to know each other better. And even if you want to be a third party, at the end of the day you miss it.
Okay. In terms of finances, who is the spender and who is the saver?
Who is the receiver?
Who is the spender? The one that spends?
I know.
Yes, I know he's the one that saves.
I'm very good in spending.
Okay.
He's very good. He's very meticulous. Very prudent when it comes to finances. He can bring out all his books since he got married to me. Even before I got married, all his book, how he spends is there. I'm not that good in that area anyway, but I spend. It gives and I spend.
So there's like a balance
I'm
with the spender
telling
and the saver. Okay, still on finances. Have you ever had disagreements in terms of money issues? Is it the case of my money is my money, your money is our money, or do you practice joint accounts or joint accountability?
No, we didn't. Gave room for me that anything I do is my money. Are you getting it? He still does his own duty by giving me. Then definitely, since I'm working, definitely I'll do one or two things which is not under compulsion, it's not under. I do it willingly, but he has never asked for any of my money. Are you getting it? It's his money, we spend it together. That's it.
So what are the key elements to sustaining a strong and happy marriage? You've been married for 24 years. So how have you sustained your happy, like kept your home happy for the past 24 years?
Number one, God. See God as the pillar of your home. No matter the peace, the joy, the love you are enjoying in your home, see it as God. You are not perfect. Once God, the Bible makes us to understand that God is the builder of all. Every man builds, but God is the builder of all. Once you see God as the builder of your home, you will enjoy the best of it no matter what. Once you see God, number one, it will help you. Number two, attitude. Godly character is very important. Although none of you is perfect, but you work towards perfection. Attitude, you have to work it out by having a right attitude, and you must be the right person first before your spouse. Once you are a right person, definitely you will attract a right spouse. So attitude, number one, God. See God as the builder of all. Number two, your attitude. You have to have the right attitude to make a better home, to have a glorious home. It is very, very important. Three, good understanding. Having right attitude and you don't have good understanding, you still mess up the home. Good understanding of your spouse, of your vision, it will really help you.
In your marriage for the past 24 years, how have you both taken time out, like intentionally spent time together? I know ministry can come with a lot of going from one station to another. Have you both, like, how do you spend quality time with each other?
Every time it's Christmas for us, both of us. Nothing. Ministry has really helped us even to come together better. No, I don't have any problem. We all, especially now that the children have grown up, so we are together actually every time. So it has never, there's no barrier between, everything is going on. The man's perfect, everything about it is going on. Yeah, and it has never affected our ministry negatively. Rather, it's a testimony.
How have you evolved before you got married and now? How can you say, did marriage in any way help you better? Did it make you better? How did you evolve?
It made me better. Sincerely speaking, there are some attitude that God has helped me to drop because of marriage. There are some virtues I needed that God has added to me because I got married to my husband. It has really helped me a lot. A lot. That's just it. That's just a simple truth.
So it's safe to say marriage makes one better.
Exactly. Marriage does not make you less. It makes you to be a better person.
So if you have to advise singles, especially the single ladies that are shying away from getting married to someone in ministry or even getting married generally, probably the man is not there yet, what advice would you give to that single person?
Let me talk about the ministry for. Just ensure that God is leading you to get married to that man of God, because it is a ministry on its own. You just ensure that it's God that is leading you. Don't marry because of his anointing. Marry because God is leading you into that marriage. When God leads you into that marriage, you can never miss it. Though the road may be rough, but at the end of the day, you have testimony. Secondly, if you are married to someone that is not in ministry, ensure that on what purpose are you getting married? Just marry for a right purpose. Are you getting it? When you marry for a right purpose, you enjoy the best of your home. You don't need to shy away. Marriage is a responsibility. It's not a abracadabra. No. You are coming in to work it out. Marriage, you are coming in to work it out. It can't jump on you. It's not a gift. You have to work it out. As you are getting married, that's just it.
I hope singles out there, you are taking note of these points that have been pushing out from our guest here. Mommy, who would you say is more romantic, you or Daddy?
I think it's you.
Okay.
I think it's you. But my husband too. I think it's me.
Okay, what is a romantic person? Okay, have you
my husband too?
But you are more romantic. Have you experienced physical abuse before?
How no, it has never happened.
What advice would you give to someone that is being abused physically? Especially
This question is hard. Number one, we need to know what causes the abuse. And you need to check yourself whether you are the one that brought the issue. And I want to say categorically that it is not right to go through such. That means you need to seek for counsel. Anyone that is going through such, look for those that are anointed or that have been trained in that line to enlighten you on what to do. Abuse is not the best. We are not designed to be abused in that way. Go for counsel and then you know what to do.
Talking about counsel, if you have to give advice to newlyweds, probably those are still in their first 2 years of marriage, probably they are experiencing issues here and there in terms of different background and cultural behavior. So what would you advise such couples to do? Those are already wedded, they are wedded.
Number one, I will advise you to take your time. Be patient with each other. Because just like what you said now, you are not married by the same parent. All you need is to be patient. I just said it now. Marriage is not to be enjoyed, it's to be enjoyed. And the only way to enjoy marriage is to take responsibility. It is a responsibility. It is not left for one party. It's for both of you. You have to work it out.
So you heard it. Work it out, and marriage is not for one person, and also enjoy your marriage. So it's safe to say that you've been enjoying your marriage for the past 24 years.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, there you have it. Our guest has shared us undiluted truth about our marital journey, and I hope you've learned one or two things from today's episode. I still remain your anchor, Marital.